Usually they get lamb from New Zealand, but now I believe in Australia, they have produced very great lamb produce as well. In terms of the taste profile, it's not what we expected it, the normal, very lamby kind of taste. For lamb, I would prefer it to have it bone on, because that's where it gives a little bit more in-depth flavor to it. It's like, when we brew stocks, we use bones. We use whatever trimmings that's left over to brew the stocks. That's where the flavors, everything comes about. Another cuts that we use quite often in other restaurants that's within the group is also lamb saddle. That's being slow cooked at very low temperature for a long period of time. So lamb saddle is not a common cut that usually people use. But nowadays, I think a lot of chefs, they start to explore into using secondary cuts, because primary cuts itself, the price is too high. Yeah, and even the taste profile, it is as good as the primary cuts. So the lamb cut itself, we just marinate overnight with yogurt and mint. Mint, yogurt and lamb is a very classic combination. So instead of doing it as a sauce, I actually use the mint jelly and the yogurt to marinate the lamb rack. Let it sit for preferably overnight to get the flavors more in depth into the lamb cut itself. The technique that I use for this dish is pretty much very simple, very straightforward, because for Italian cooking, it's all about simplicity and allow the product to shine by itself. The most important part is actually to let the lamb rest in room temperature for at least 20 minutes, 25 minutes before you actually cook it. And then not to have the racks too thickly cut, otherwise it's very difficult to catch hold of the doneness of the lamb. Usually people categorize goat, mutton, lamb same taste, which actually is not. And also depends on how you cook them. Usually the lamb has a very strong odor. When you get a good quality lamb, it doesn't have that at all. Definitely it's an honor and a pleasure to be part of this ambassador program. Also give me a chance to connect with the chefs in various restaurants and even in the world, to share knowledge, and have a better understanding of how the produce is being formed.